Hello, love. Welcome to Feeling Fridays, where we explore the empath journey and any messages of soul support that want to come through for the highest and greatest good of the empath collective. Part of course, of the Elsh collective, empaths, light workers, starseeds, and healers, awakened and awakening souls, those of you who are here on a journey. We have messages from Spirit wanting to come through, and I'm being directed to work with the energies of pink onyx. Pink onyx. And I'm also wearing black onyx and black obsidian. And there's kind of an interesting, there's sort of a twofold message going on here, and I will get into also what was coming through the meditation. I am not popping any cards today. I feel like today is going to be a bit of an energy update again. They've been coming through lately, and also a quick message, a very quick message that wants to come in like lightning fast. Now, I just started working with this crystal, and there's something really beautiful about this particular crystal for empaths because it is simultaneously grounding. I feel this particular crystal, especially in my sacral center, in my sacral chakra. I feel it grounding me in that center and grounding my emotions. So far, that is the work that I have been doing with this particular crystal, very much like when you work with black onyx, when you work with black obsidian, very grounding, very shielding in that way. But this particular crystal is very much about being in the body, very much about being in the body. And this has been coming up a lot lately. You've probably noticed this focus energetically right now on really understanding how your intuition speaks to you through the body, and not to get mixed up with emotions and intuition. Emotions and intuition, okay? That's one part of the message that wants to come through here. There's so much to say on this, and I'm pretty sure there's probably more that wants to come through, but Spirit wanting me to simply address that right now. Like, it is very important to be grounded in our bodies at the moment. The energies of Archangel Sandalphon wanting to come through for this as well. Thank you to support us in this. He's been coming through a lot lately. There is an energy, he's directing me now to citrine as well. Okay, this is interesting, this combination, because it's very much a combination of the solar plexus with the sacral. And I'm actually feeling it move up into the heart here. Aligning these three centers for discernment is what I'm hearing. For being able to discern on your own empath journey, when you are simply having an emotion that you are feeling coming up that you need to ride the wave of, versus it being your intuition, and how to decipher that within the body. This is the ultimate journey of know thyself, of self-knowledge, hunothi safton, as we say in Greek. Okay, this is one of the ancient accents that was written on the temple of Delphi, the temple of the oracle at Delphi, I should say here, of Apollo, when you would walk up to consult the oracle. Okay, knowing yourself is everything. With all the information that you get, and what Archangel Sandalphon is directing me here towards is the spidey senses that empaths have when it comes to picking up a lot of energies, picking up a lot of emotions around them. And especially when you're beginning on your empath journey, it is incredibly important to understand this. It is so important to understand when just simply the realization of when you know that you are simply picking up on other people's energies. Just that simple realization that what you are feeling is actually not yours. There are energies that you're picking up that are external to you, and how monumental that is, okay? I'm also feeling the energies of the Venusians coming through here, and feeling the energies of Christ and Christ consciousness wanting to come through this as well, especially working with the empath on the empath journey and being able to distinguish this. Okay, feeling also the energies of Mama Gaia wanting to come through here as well. She is the ultimate empath. Christ energies being ultimately empathic as well, but really wanting us to ground our energies. That's what's coming through right now. The second message that I want to get to, and we may come back to this, but they're telling me to move on here. The second message that I want to bring forward here is the union, the internal union between the divine masculine and the divine feminine within each and every one of us as empaths, working on balancing that energy, working on integrating that energy. It's twofold is what they're showing me, okay? And I just want to take a second here to tap into these energies. I'm actually seeing what's being shown to me are the energies of Christ and Mary Magdalene as an example of this. And I'm actually being reminded here of the overlapping, the Vesica Pisces. I know Amanda Ellis speaks about this, and I find this is something, one of her teachings that I find, the symbolism of this is incredibly powerful, okay? When we have these two circles that overlap one another, the merging of the divine masculine and the divine feminine within each and every one of us coming into balance. One of the energies of Venus, okay, and this is very much connected to also Libran energies, and the Libran archetype in astrology is about harmony and balance, and about bringing these two things into balance. And they're reminding me that sometimes things on either side can look like they're not necessarily in balance when they come into balance, meaning, and they just want me to give the example here of weights, okay? So if I have, like, let's say I've got 30 pounds on this side and 30 pounds on this side, and I have one single disc, 30 pounds on this side, but then I have 3 discs of 10 pounds on this side. That's going to look different with the visual, how we perceive that visually on the outside. The feel, what they're showing me here, the feel of it is much different. And they're actually showing me now that this is an example of how we can tune into things intuitively by feeling them out versus looking and seeing them. And they're using the analogy here of seeing as when we get caught up in what's being presented to us by someone else emotionally, perhaps what they're saying, and the feeling of it, the weight of it, feeling different than what you see. This is ultimate discernment, right? Is what I'm hearing. One example of ultimate discernment is not confusing as an empath what you are seeing and hearing from another person, and you taking that energy in with the energy of what is being expressed here by that particular person, because sometimes those things don't match. And as empaths, what they're showing me is that it's actually incredibly subtle how we pick up on energies, and then it's very overwhelming, and it happens very quick, lightning fast. That's why they wanted to bring this message in like this. Like, that was the energy. It's just, you know it without even realizing it. Just like spirit works in very subtle ways. and we have to attune to those things. It's very similar to that, is what they're showing me. Versus the emotion that you take on, which feels a lot more intense and much heavier. And not to confuse that with what you are feeling intuitively. Because emotions and feeling is very different than the feelings we have when we're feeling intuitive. Two different things, okay? They're also giving me the word knowing here as an example. Like, intuitive is knowing. Intuitive is a clear feeling, is what they're showing me, like clairsentience. Intuitive can work differently for different people. I don't know if I said this earlier, but I had an image of an eye in a heart come through. Some people find that they're very, like what they're showing me is that it's different for everybody. Intuitively, sometimes people work really well from the heart space. Other people work really well from their solar plexus. Other people work really well from their sacral. Other people work really well from their third eye. And sometimes it's also a combination. It's a combination of, let's say, your sacral and your heart. It's a combination of your third eye and your solar plexus, right? It can even be your crown. And the point that they're trying to make here is that you have to know yourself. This is part of the journey. And they really want to bring forward a message here of not being hard on yourself for having felt intuitively a certain way about something, and then moving forward and realizing you hadn't followed your intuition. Because you not following your intuition, and this is a message that has come through before, you not following your intuition was actually part of the process of you learning how to follow your intuition. Okay? Really wanting us to be gentle on ourselves when it comes to this, but also understanding that every emotion is valid, and how you feel. You have to constantly, they keep on giving me this imagery of water. Water keeps on coming through a lot lately on many different topics, perspectives. It keeps on coming through. It's this idea that they're giving me the analogy here of emotions being like waves. And they come and they go, they ebb and they flow. And when you feel a certain way, you need to ride that emotion out. You need to ride it out. It's actually, this is interesting because what they're showing me is that this isn't the same as when we get stuck in an emotion, because waves are constantly moving. This isn't getting blocked or stuck in an emotion. This is the energy of you allowing this emotion to flow through you. So, for example, let's say you're angry about something, right? Instead of trying to block it or suppress it, they're showing me you literally breathing through this anger and finding a way to express it that is healthy. It could be through movement in your body, through your breath, through writing something out, journaling, exercise. They're showing me like, you know, like you expressing this in your body, like with like punching things, not anybody, okay, hurting anyone, but like punching the air, just getting this energy out of your body, allowing it to move through you. Because the moment you do that, and the sooner you do that, the sooner it goes through your system. And then you're able to process it. And anger is interesting because anger can also be very much a catalyst for change, is what they're showing me and what they're reminding me of. And channeling anger into self-knowledge is incredibly powerful. We do that when we focus on allowing the anger to speak to us. Like, why is it coming up? asking yourself, why does this make me angry? But not berating yourself for feeling that way. Just riding that wave of emotion. And they're showing me now the Six of Swords in the tarot. This idea of moving on from it, and 6 being the number of harmony, 6 being the number connected to Venus. This number that balances this energy out, moving away and not getting stuck. Not getting stuck like in the Two of Swords, right? Not getting blocked like in the Four of Pentacles, not blocking it in your body, but allowing it to flow and moving on, okay? I'm going to end it there. I do feel that they're going to want to come through going forward, because we did touch upon 2 different things here with regard to this divine feminine and divine masculine energy. I feel that that's something that wants to be delved into much deeper, but it was more of a confirmation for you in terms of, if you are going through that right now and you are experiencing that, know that energetically you are being supported in that. Call upon Archangel Sandalphon to help you with this. Call upon Christ if that resonates with you, and the energies of Mary Magdalene as well, if that resonates with you. The Venusians, that Venusian energy of balance and harmony, okay? I thank you so much for being here. I'm sending you so much love wherever you are. Please share this video if it resonates with you and you know someone needs to hear this message, if it supports them or helps them in some way. I thank you so much for all your beautiful comments, your likes. I'm sending you so much love wherever you are, in love and liberation always.